Hello, Boys and Girls Club members and families, and welcome to SMART Talks, a show where I get to sit down with various artists and talk to them about their professional careers. For those of you who don't know, my name is George. I'm the Jordan Boys and Girls Club Performing Arts Program Director. It's quite a title. And today we have a very special guest with us on SMART Talks, Jake Bennett. He is a professional musician in LA. Hi, Jake. How are you?
So good now.
That's good
awesome.
to hear. You staying safe during the pandemic?
I've never been safer.
That's good to hear. Jake, can you tell us a little bit about what you do, what your day-to-day life looks like?
Well, I'm a songwriter. I'm from South Africa and England. I just moved out to Los Angeles. I had a band growing up in South Africa I was lucky that it was quite successful. So I'm living off that money out here while I relaunch like a solo artist career, and I write for other artists. So my day-to-day outside of a global pandemic is going to the studio for 12 hours a day and writing songs.
12 hours a day. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Wow. That sounds like you have a pretty heavy work schedule. So who or what got you into music first?
I fell into it kind of by mistake. I'm really obsessed with words. I've never really considered myself to be a musician. I just like writing. But when I was in high school, when I was 17, I went to an all boys high school. It was a Catholic school, and it was very much like sport orientated. And I kind of rejected that like masculine mentality of like boys just being boys. So I used to hide out in the music department because that's where none of the bullies would be. And I as a result of hanging out in the music department, I started playing music with people that were there. And I started a band, and it was really just to pass the time during break time.
This is a pretty complicated question as well, that I feel the answer will vary depending on who you ask. But do you believe that musicians have to go to college? Do you think it's important?
It was important for me because, as I said, I didn't consider myself a musician, so I had to kind of fall in love with the craft a little bit more. I think it doesn't have to be for everyone. It's really like what you make of it. The best thing that I got out of college was the people I met, and like being in the arts in any form is like it's collaborative by nature. So the idea of trying to do that by yourself, like solitary artist, doesn't appeal to me in like a trivial sense or like or in reality. So like I was just happy to get to meet people and work with them. But I think for other people, like you can learn it as you go. So it's really, I don't know if there's a straight answer. What do you think?
I think it makes sense. It's just, I guess, depends on who you are and what your path looks like, which is super different for everyone. It's all great answers, all great food for thought, especially for our members who are really interested in music. So you said before that you were in a band when you were in South Africa, and I'm interested in where your favorite performance took place. Maybe with that band, or maybe just with another sort of avenue, but your most memorable performance.
I was lucky to play some big ones at like festivals, and those are always fun because it's like 10 to 20,000 people, but also because
wow.
you have the opportunity to usually if you're playing a show, it's going to be people that already like your band. So regardless of anything, you're playing to people that you're playing to the converted. But if you're playing a festival or opening for someone else, those are the ones where you're playing to an entirely new audience that you have to try and win over and impress and connect with in some way. So I like those ones where you're playing in front of complete strangers. And I think that would still apply to just playing in a restaurant in front of 5 people who are just eating their dinner. I think that's the most fun.
Wow, 20,000 people. That is, I mean, I've performed in front of hundreds, probably even thousands, but definitely not tens of thousands. That's crazy. But enough about me. Let's keep going with you. This is another big question that I'm sure you won't know how to answer, or maybe you will. Who is your favorite musician? Maybe right now in your life.
His name is Alex Turner. He's the lead singer of Arctic Monkeys, and he's the greatest lyric writer ever to walk the face of the earth. He's my favorite musician, and it will be like that the day that I
Wow.
die. And I can prove that because the other day I was trying to get into an account like from when I was 13 years old, and I couldn't remember the password. So in a vague attempt to try and, before I gave up, I typed in Alex Turner forever, and that was my password. And that was from 10 years ago exactly.
Wow. That's amazing. You didn't even have to think about your answer. You just knew. That's incredible.
Yeah, he is everything.
That's incredible. Lastly, I would love to know either advice you would have loved to give yourself or just advice you have for younger musicians sort of working their way into this career.
I would advise to just enjoy the ride. We work in an industry where like success, we try and quantify success by like money or amount of people you can perform in front of or records sold or whatever it is. But like the reason you're doing anything in the arts is because you love it much more than any other industry. And if it's not fun, then it's really not worth it. Then you could just go into law or something. So enjoy the moment because you're doing something because you enjoy it rather than because of anything else. And the way you measure it should be how much fun you're having, not how much you're succeeding.
I love that. And that's so important, especially right now, to just love what you're doing and to be present. So thank you for that. And thank you for your time today. This has been so amazing, and I can't wait for all of the members, especially the aspiring musicians, to see this and to hear from you. So thank you so much for your time, Jake, and I hope you have a safe rest of your week, and don't forget to wash your hands.
Oh God, I won't. And everyone watching, you should know that Georgia is the best person in the world, and you got to
oh my God.
Protect her at all costs.
I'm washing my hands. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
Look at this. Look at this. That's the money right there.
That's the money right there. Sanitize your hands, sanitize your guitar, your microphones. Stay safe out there, Jake.
Thanks. And you, Georgia. You're the best.